No, 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 no.
Turned down, muted.
Because you see, there it is. So
Yeah, and I have mine in my Manhattan.
what do you have?
A nut mix.
You got mixed nuts.
That's right. Don't know what happened at birth.
I got pretzels. And I can dip them in my stone ground spicy mustard.
Nice.
Good for your sinuses. Hey, shouldn't we say hello?
I should have thought about having some hummus. I should have thought about that.
Are we broadcasting?
We are broadcasting. That's okay.
Well,
hello, everyone.
We better say hello to the people. Look at the people. Hi, people.
My peoples.
What you doing, people? What you doing, peoples? Oh.
They're spending their Monday with us. No football for them tonight.
Have we seen the moon? No, I hadn't seen the moon. What is it doing?
I've heard of it.
What is the moon?
I've heard of this thing called the moon.
Yeah, supposedly it's doing something tonight, but I don't know. Thank you, Lisa. Hi, Susan. My first live chat. I live in the dark ages. Well, Lisa or Susan, welcome to your first live sale.
Yeah, and thank you for jumping in and saying hello right away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat all you want. No one is under any obligation to buy anything, although we would love it. But feel free to chat. Say hello. Make yourself at home. This thing is hot.
Is that your kitchen behind you? Like, where are you?
No, this is the tiny built-in that came with the house. I think they wanted to be a bar, but there's no sink. You know the wet bars of the late 60s and 70s where the sink's in the living room? There's no sink, there's no plumbing. They just had it built in here. So we've made it a little ornate. There's some stuff back there. But the built-ins, the big built-ins are done. I finished painting them. I did my duty and finished painting them into the wee hours of the evening yesterday.
Yeah, and I called you and pestered. I called you
for this sale.
I called you on the telephone and pestered you right in the middle of it.
It was a welcome break, believe me.
But then I hung up on you because you know what I had a vision of? Do you remember when I can still see Alice in those little blue tennis shoes stepping into the pan of paint? You know what I'm talking about on the Brady Bunch. You remember that episode?
Yes.
Somebody walked in and bothered her and she stepped in the paint. And I kept thinking that's going to be what David is going to do that. He's going to be in his little blue like canvas sneakers and he's just going to step in the paint.
I was actually wearing Alice's outfit yesterday. So
that even made the visual so much better. So if only I had Polaroids. Well, I guess we should tell everyone who's here for the first time that this is the two Chaps live sale. And who are the two Chaps? This one and that one. I've got a lot of new subscribers to my channel, and we're on my channel tonight, so they might not know this one. So how about this one? Tell us who this one is.
I am David of Vintage Uprising, Texas. My wife, Tammy. You've probably seen Tammy if you're familiar with our channel. But if you're not, if you're new to Scott and you're not new to us, please feel free to subscribe. That's the email below if you purchase anything. But if you go to YouTube and look up Vintage Uprising, Texas, you'll find Tammy and I. We do a live sale every Wednesday night. And I joined Scott on the first Monday. Is that right? Yeah, first Monday, second Monday. Second Monday of every month. We've been doing this over a year now. And it's been very successful. We try to do our best to bring the goods, so to speak. That's kind of the purpose of it, and we respect the process. Especially, we try to bring antiques at the most, but then every now and then we'll throw a little wrinkle, just something unusual.
So, but I want you to plug your channel some more. But first, I need to talk to somebody. Terry Trahan. Hey, Terry, I got to ask you something. One, I located your green bowl, so I saw that. But I've got to ask you something else, Terry. So if you're there, will you hang in for one? Just give me just a second. I got to go get something because I think that you should have these. Hold on.
Meanwhile, at the Bat Cave, I'm going to copy and link our address in the comment so you can find us.
So I'd like to speak directly to Terry Trahan. Terry, if you are there, did you not purchase 4 of these stems from me? This is like a small coupe, just a little. But for you, I had wine glasses. Some of you. Yes, Jenny, I did, and I will. So I did, Jenny, and I read that, and I will write back to you. That's the strangest thing. We'll talk about that in email, Jenny. But I did get it. I read it, and I'll straighten that out. So Terry, you got 4 of the. You purchased 4 of these.
Did you? You want to make yourself big, Scott, or no?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
Well, what I've got is I'd like to work something out with you. I have 3 of these, not 4, just 3. So I'm not going to auction these tonight, but that's that same, not Tiffin stem. Was it Weston glass or Louis? I don't remember. It might have been Weston. But if you won these, then let me hold these 3 for you. They should go with it. You want me to do that? Terry, if you do, let me know and I'll hold those for you, and we'll straighten that out. You're good.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You are a gentleman and a very easy customer. You're all, ladies and gentlemen, and wonderful customers to deal with. Okay, Terry, I'll write to you and we'll get those 3. Then just pick up a 4th one. Okay, I'm sorry that took up so much time right off the get-go. How are you loving that new house, Buster?
I like it. It's just enough room for us. It got real small when we had the kids over, but they're not here full time, so we're warming up to the place. We're steadily adding items and getting furniture. I still need to find a sofa/bed for upstairs, but I have some antiques up there that I've procured, so it's coming along nicely. I just finished painting up there a few days ago, and I have some video of that coming out of the process. People love to watch us paint, so that'll be dropping pretty soon. So it's coming along. Yeah, it's starting to feel like home.
I liked the colors that you chose, but I also need to address something else. Urban Antiques, will you email me? I know you're settled somewhere now. That's Eric. Will you email me your actual address? Because the 3 pieces of Carnival glass that I've been saving for you, they're wrapped up and boxed up, and all I need to do is put your address on it, and those 3 pieces of Carnival glass, I haven't forgotten you, but if you'll just write to me your address in an email, then I can do that. I'd like to.
Hey, thank you for asking, Scott.
Well, you're welcome. I know everybody wants, would love to know how you feel. It must be nice.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I mean, that was a rough 5 months. Rougher. I don't wish on anybody. Tammy and I have been concerned and, praying about the people in California who have it much worse. But we kind of know what they're going through. Some items we were able to save, but not a lot. And we're happy to just kind of move on, and so grateful for everyone's thought. I mean, we can never say that enough, that thankful and grateful for everyone that helped out, and well-wishers and people that poured their thoughts and reached into their pockets as well that helped. You know, every little bit helped, and mentally more than anything, just knowing people even cared was just absolutely amazing.
Well, you have to carry the burden of the trauma going through something like that. But when that happens and, you know, people want to do something and they come together and do even what seems to them just a little bit, what a difference it makes when it all it accumulates.
Just the comments alone were amazing, very heartwarming. We were just touched by the comments and emails that poured in. Just, you know, that was mentally refreshing. I mean, that helped a lot. The biggest thing was that everyone was spared health wise.
Yeah.
And, you know, our lives, you know, that everyone was out. So that was the big thing.
Well, I ship from Southern New Jersey. David ships from Texas. I'll be sending out invoices tomorrow morning. Now, I had a snow and ice drop sale Friday. I let all of my winners know if they won something, but then also let them know that I would be invoicing tomorrow morning, just in case anybody wins something tonight. Then I'll just combine. So if you won something from the snow and ice, I'll tack that onto whatever you might win tonight, if that's the case. Shipping is extra. We use Pirate Ship, and I'll ship out of New Jersey. At least one person wrote to me and said, please, please, please hold the glass until this awful string of like freezing, below freezing. And we've just been stuck here in the Northeast below freezing for forever, it seems like. If anyone is nervous about glass being shipped and being out on trucks in 10 degrees, I'll hold your glass for a while. If you want me to, just let me know. I know some people would rather that I do that, and I don't mind. If you want me to wait till until we get out of this endless stream of freezing temperatures.
Yeah, we had a touch of it, not as bad as y'all. They were like, it's freezing, but we didn't get a hard freeze. Maybe, I don't even remember us getting a frost. But just more housekeeping for what we do here, since we do have new people here. The chat moves. We see you. We see you saying hello. We're not ignoring you, but it moves fast. I think there is, how many people, Scott? Can you tell?
Just about 300, maybe.
300. We're very glad and thankful that you're here. We move it along. We're only doing 10 items each. We usually get done in within about 2 hours. So that means we're moving. We'll have a brief intermission, about 5 minutes. And we're not ignoring you in the chat. We do see you. Thumbs up for Scott. It does help the channel.
Thank you.
It helps the Al Gore's rhythm. So
Al Gore has wonderful rhythm. That's all I can say.
That's light on his toes. That's for sure. And if you're interested in the item, or you know someone that might be interested, you want to purchase it for that person, you never know who's lurking and who's going to put in bid. So make sure you bid often. We're not encouraging that because we want to sell things. We bring things to you to sell. You're here for the most part to see what sells or buy things. So if you're very interested, make sure that you bid, because someone may get it before you. Don't trust your internet lag. Don't trust your internet speed. Okay, that's all I have.
Yeah, thank you for reminding everybody about that. And I'll just answer one question. Yes, but no, don't worry. I did a video yesterday, I think. Does that sound strange? Someone just asked, do you know that Macy's is closing the Wanamaker building? Well, they're not. Macy's doesn't own the building. The Wanamaker building is owned by a corporation that leases out floor space. So it's just that Macy's is leaving. Don't worry, that organ isn't going anywhere. So David, you were in the building. I took you guys to hear the organ. So fear not. Yes.
That was an amazing experience.
Oh, what a space. the Wanamaker family sold the business in the 80s, different things have been in that part of the building. So it's still called the Wanamaker building, but it didn't go anywhere. Don't worry. We'll just leave it at that. So, but yes. And so I appreciate you asking about it. David, it is time to get the show on the road, and that means you is Feist. So I'm going to enlarge you. Are you ready for that?
Okay. Starts and stops, I will handle for us.
You're going to do all of them?
Got it.
Got it. The floor belongs to you.
Okay. The first item I have is starting at 20. The starts in. I don't think I can highlight. Scott's the only one that can highlight if he hits on the start. Yeah. It's a pottery frog signed. I love these. When I find them, unfortunately, they're usually chipped, faded, or for whatever reason, dishwashed. So this finish comes off. But I love these pottery frogs. I think they're very ornate. Nice neutral pattern, small frog there, waiting for your floral design. And whoever bought the floral arrangement design books, this would be a great little starter pot if you haven't started already. Here's the signature on the back. Not sure what the initials are. This is an older one. Probably 70s, mid 70s. Beautiful glazing. And about 7.5 inches across.
Is that some type of like a bamboo or a palm or something on the top?
It looks like a bamboo design, yes.
Oh, I like that. So we're looking for an opening bid of 20, and
if no interest now, we can move it along and bring it back later.
But
we'll count everything down just to be fair to everyone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Okay, we'll bring that one back later.
All right. I would like if we could have, oh, good grief. This is the only Christmas thing I have, and it's $15 for the pair. I just picked these guys up. I happen to know that some of you love your homemade basement ceramic projects, and there they are. I hadn't seen these before. They're not marked or signed. No initials and no embossed mold maker. So I don't know if it's Atlantic mold or what was the other one? Holland. I think those were the two big companies. So this is the only thing I have for Christmas. 1960s, 70s, 80s homemade ceramic projects. You did it. Your mother did it. Your grandmother did it. Birds do it.
Can you max at 15?
Do it. Although the funny thing is, I do not know what she's got, what she's holding. It's like a green snowball. Is that the girl or the boy? Oh, it's both boys. They're not chipped or cracked. The paint work on them, I think, is pretty good. And they stand. What did I do with my ruler? Well, here's my ruler. They stand about 9 inches tall. And Jenny Mac has the opening bid of $15.
That is correct.
Then I'm going to count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David will enter the stop. And if you'll let David announce the announcer before we congratulate anyone, that's just to be sure we are all congratulating the right person. Because sometimes what you see on your screen is not what we see. So we'll let David tell us.
I see Jenny Mac at 21.
That's the Christmas couple. Jenny Mac. And did you hear me tell you, Jenny, I read your email and I'll address it. That is the strangest, especially with the metal. We'll talk.
Let's talk. We'll talk.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, and everyone who bid. Thank you, David. The floor belongs to you again.
Next, starting at 30, we have this beautiful stretch glass.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. It has a couple of straw marks. That's just in the processing. It's not a cut, not a scratch. That's just part of the manufacturing. Look at the iridescence on that. Just gorgeous. I think I sat in the right place for lighting today. Absolute stunner. Can you imagine this with a black glass base under this?
Yeah, that's what should be under it. That's what should be under it. That would be beautiful. So we're looking for an opening bid of 30. That's a nice one. What's the measurements of it, David?
This measures across the top is 10 inches. Okay. And the base is 4-inch base, 10 inches across the bowl there. Just gorgeous. We do have an opening bid at 30 from Kathleen. Terry Trahan's at 32.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we're going to move this along.
Your high bid is now 32.
Okay, I will begin to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone that has joined us tonight. Depending on the weather and everything, we really appreciate it. We know y'all could be doing other things, so we do really appreciate it. And there's a stop, and I see Heidi Esterholm at 40. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, everyone who bid.
I don't hear any echoing. Do you, David?
I hear like a little static feedback, but it's very tiny, but no echo.
Well, it's not coming from, somebody said Scott's echoing. How do you know it's me? I don't think I've ever had an echo. I thought it sounded like it was a little cuckoo clock that kept chirping. So I don't know. But that's, should I go and sell something now? I do hear chirping, but I don't know where that's coming from. So I hear it through the StreamYard microphone. I mean, I hear it through the volume, but
I'll turn my volume down just a bit, just in case it's providing feedback into the microphone.
Sounds like across phone lines.
Oh, well, that's Big Brother.
Don't know. Don't know why that could be. Okay.
No, I shut Tam Tam off. She's off for the night.
So I have a piece of Carnival glass. This one I am selling, and it has no, let me make sure. What a miracle. All of these little points and not a single chip or flea bite anywhere. This does.
What do you want to start it at?
This one starts at $25. I'll enlarge myself so that you can see me. That's a beautiful bowl, and Urban Ghost Hunter can tell me yes or no. But I believe it's Northwood. Now, sometimes this is marked and sometimes it isn't. This one doesn't have the N for Northwood, but it has the wishbone and the orchid on it. Can you see where they get the wishbone from? You see it here?
Yes.
See, I hear that chirping, but it's anyway. And then there's the bottom of it. It's even embossed on this
Jenny
side.
Mac has your opening bid of 25.
And it's amazing that none of these are chipped at all. See around here? Not one chip. So I think it's amazing. And it's got 3 scrolled feet. Of course, it's marigold, which is the most common, but what a pretty design. I don't normally see, it's not a rare one, but it's just one that I don't pick up every day. It's the size of it, 9 inches across. This is 9 inches.
Terry Trahan has your high bid of 28.
Yeah, when I found it, Terry, it said that it was Northwood, which a lot of times is marked, but not always. So anyway, no chips or cracks, 9 inches across, and we'll count it down. Unless there are any questions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okie dokie.
And Jenny Mac is your winner with a bid of 35.
Carnival Bowl. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jenny Mac, and everyone who placed bids. Let's bring David back. And then I will soloize you.
Soloize me.
I just soloized you.
It feels good to be soloized.
Is that an anaconda around your neck?
It is not.
I hope not.
I'm just glad to see everyone.
Yes.
Okay. I make no apologies, but you grab good stuff when you see it. Old wood bookends. And it had a Scotty on it. I do not apologize. There's 2. This one has stories. Look at that. Look at that chip on the top. Just a scratch. These are old bookends. They have that tin plate, probably handmade, hand finished. Nice old bookends with these things have a story. What can you ask for more than an antique? Old wood, old metal. Hand nailed inside. You can say that wasn't machine nail. That's hand nailed. Sorry. Beautiful finish. I would not refinish these. I would just let these age and age and age and age.
Oh, I would too. You have a bit of 24.
Let it start to alligator.
Yeah.
I have I picked up, I'll show you videos at some point, Scott, of an antique 2 2-drawer, like a gentleman's dresser I bought just for upstairs.
Yeah.
Small piece of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
That's beginning to alligator. So I don't want to mess with it, even though whoever refinished it last did a very sloppy job. But I don't want to mess with the alligatoring. I'm kind of torn.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing up antiques out there and up there anyway. So I might just be okay with it.
Well, that's nice.
But I do have to change the. They put these ugly Chinese brassy gold-looking pulls on the drawers, so those are gone. But I have to find the right antique size on those. Okay, I'm going to count these down.
Rid of them.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And one. And one.
And 1. Everybody clap your hands. Clap your hands to the beat.
Put your hands in the air.
Let's move your feet.
Did you put the stop? There it is. There's on the stop. Who'd you sell it to? I bet I know who bought those.
Miss KP. Miss KP. These are yours. And I thank you.
Now
you're gonna love these. Lots of character. They're lovely.
Take a look at this, David.
Make yourself big so I can get a better look.
You are gonna fall off of your seat.
I hope I keep my retinas.
I have got a set of 6 of these. And I don't know why I said penguin. That ain't no penguin. It's an old crow with a top hat. And it seems to me there's a whiskey called Old Crow.
There is a whiskey.
Looking through all my old magazines, there's some kind of a liquor with a crow, and he's in a top hat and formal wear. He's the mascot. But I got 6 of these. They're made by Libby. They're mid-century. And $60 is where we start for the set of 6. Now they're all, I'm going to hold them still and I'm going to bring them up close to you. But here are 2 of them. The other 4 are sitting right here. So they're unmarked, but Libby produced these sometime, I think, in the 60s, maybe. They're made in 3 pieces. The crow with his beak, and none of these are chipped. And by the way, sets of 6 of these sell for about $100 on eBay. A set of 6 just sold for $100. A set of 4 just sold for about $50. We're starting these out at $60. So maybe somebody's going to get a bargain. They stand however tall that is. I can't find my ruler, but you know, they're cocktail whiskey. They're cocktail stemware. So there's the crow. And he is a crow, and he's wearing his top hat. And his little, you can see on the front, he's got formal wear on. And then the bowl is attached to the top, and the base is attached to the bottom. So,
handsome things.
The set of, looking for an opening bid of 60, which we don't have, so that means we have no interest. David, throw that stop in there. We're going to bring them back. You
want to count them down? Let's count everything down. 10,
well,
9,
I'd rather bring them back.
Okay.
Because there's no bid, so just throw that stop in there. I'll bring them back.
It's because
I just like, if anybody sees anything, don't be shy. I'll bring those back since we had no bids. But since we had no bids, I'll just keep it going, and I'll go to the next item, David, and then we'll let you do 2.
Okay.
This is the McKee rock crystal candy jar. That starts at, hold the line. It's 10 inches tall. Yeah, I really do hear that chirp. I'm hearing it a lot, but it's not from my house. So
Vicky, we see your bid for the last item, but we're gonna bring it back because it was after the stop.
Yeah, I'll bring them back. The rock crystal made by McKee. This was introduced in 1916 and made into the early 40s. It's a tall one. It's 16 ounces and it's 10 inches tall, made by McKee. And did I tell you that we start at $20? Sorry about that. No chips, no cracks, $20. I'll take the lid off.
Do you already have one?
Pardon?
Do you already have one in stock in your collection?
I do.
Okay, just one.
I sold the really tall green rock crystal vase, a couple of weeks ago. And
You
now
do
this,
have your opening bid. Terry Trahan now is at 22.
which looks like a goblet. Thanks, Terry. But yet it has its lid. So the rock crystal is the pattern. Again, McKee made this from about 1916 into the 40s. Some of the really early tumblers are actually marked McKee on the bottom. But
Tina's first at 25.
This rock crystal is embossed on the bottom, so they can't get any McKee, mark on there. Not with all that embossing. So a 20-ounce chip and crack free candy jar.
Terry's at 32. And don't sleep on this glass. I mean, you end up using it. We have candy. Well, you can't see me, but I have candies here in a jar. I have nuts in a compote. I mean, use the glass. This glass wasn't just for the shelf. Tina Bradford has her high bid of 33.
Well, okay, I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And on the floor it goes.
There is a delay, so make sure y'all are bidding.
There's a delay?
No. I'm letting people know there's a delay. I mean, everyone's internet's different. There's a lag.
Is it Tom?
Not. I hope it's not Tom delay. Terry Trahan is your winning bid at 46, sir.
Why can't Tom DeLay be watching and buying? You don't know.
He might.
He might.
Is Tom DeLay still with us?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Terry Trahan for how much?
46.
46?
4 and a 6.
Okay, Tom DeLay.
I asked Tammy the other night what you can before you make me big, you can bring us back. I asked Tammy the other night. I don't know why it was in my head, but I said in gym class in PE or whatever in elementary, did y'all have square dancing like for 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks? The gym teacher would go through. Okay, we're going to do basketball for 4 weeks because you're in elementary in Texas anyway, you're together, boys, girls, you have the same PE teacher, and they're not just going to do the thing. They'll do calisthenics one time, and then they go into, we're going to do a quick warm up, and we're going to do basketball for 4 weeks. Because some people have never played basketball. Some did. Well, I asked Tammy, did you have square dancing? She goes, yeah, I think we did square dancing, and we had to do that in a little presentation in elementary where your parents come at 6 o'clock. They're grumpy because they have to watch you in some little thing at school, and they just fought traffic for 2 hours. And she goes, yeah, we did it. I said, yeah, us too. And then we had an awkward silence for maybe 20 seconds. And I just start blurting out, bow to your partner, or bow to the left, join hands, circle to the left, go around the bend, circle to the left, right, the other way back, Alaman left. I started remembering the lyrics of. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just thought I would share just a light moment between items in the sale. Oh, well. Okay. Make me big for my next time.
You know what? I have to tell you.
Scott's like, Dave has COVID now. He's got slow COVID.
Before I make you big, I would like the audience to see what my next item is going to be. And this would be perfect for the story that we just had to endure.
Okay. Great. Yes.
So coming up, now
yes.
We're not missing a handle here. So I hope you, I'm just saying, David, you're big and don't feel any pressure, but you got 385 people watching every movement that you make. Every
That's good.
movement.
Every movement,
And I
whether it
hear that
rhymes with a
chirp.
vowel or not.
And that chirp is not coming from my cell phone.
Ugh.
All right,
Make
David.
me big.
Hold on, I'll make you big. Ooh. Ooh.
This is your auntie's Goofus glass.
Ooh.
This is different, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah.
This gorgeous little thing. Look at the opalescent rim. Beautiful. This is starting at $20.
It should.
The paint is magnificent on this. They were careful with this. Is it chipped off a little bit? Yes, but think of all the old, the older glass that where this just comes off and they didn't take care of it. Someone cared for this thing. I don't know how it ended up where I found it. Who gets rid of this? Well, I found it. It's coming to a home if someone wants it. But look at the opalescent rim. Gorgeous.
That's the first time. Now, it's painted like Goofus, right?
It's painted like Goofus.
That's the first one I've seen.
And when you see it, what do you say, Scott? When you see something you haven't seen,
you get it because you say, I'm going to see it.
You'll never see it again.
I love transitional pieces. This reminds me of a transitional piece when we're coming out of just the solid Goofus glass and moving into glass that's got opalescence to it. That's really a pretty combination. You have an opening bid of, well, you have a bid now, Desert Crone is at 22.
Yeah, you don't sleep with. I slept on. There was a barware set, a deco barware set that I was going to get. It was before we got the house, and I thought, I can't buy things for this house that we don't have yet. And where would I store it? I've got to put it in storage, and no one's gonna buy it because the set I wanted to get was something. If you're gonna buy it, you're serious and you're gonna keep it because of the price.
Yeah.
And because you love it, and it was gone. By the time I went, it was gone. So it's like you got to get it when you see it.
Yeah.
Or just live with regret. Okay, I think Desert Crone is still our high bid. Sandra Garcia now is at 25. We'll begin to count this down. We're going to move it along because I took that lengthy, all that time talking about PE class and square dancing.
But we were riveted.
Yeah.
I still am.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can't get it out of your ears. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah. So anyway.
Riveted. Okay, Desert Crone came back with a late bid of 27. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Okay, now don't get too excited because we have a chip, and I'm going to show you the chip before I tell you the opening price. The chip is on the black base. I'll show you the chip, and then I'll tell you where we're starting. It's a bad one. It's a bad one. It's a bad chip.
You bad chip. You're so bad, chip.
Look.
You're just so bad.
My whole thumb will fit right in that chip. That is a chip. See it? Having said that, I know everybody can't wait to say, turn it to the wall. Well, yeah, okay. I don't like damage, but this was too good to say no. So $20 is where we start. Now, what is it? It's a vase made by Cambridge. It was made in the 30s. The etch is called Majestic. So this is line number 732. The Majestic etch. I want you to see it. So it's black glass with a crystal vase. It's Depression era. I despise the chip on the black base, but good grief. Okay, you don't have to pay $100 for it because it's got that chip on the bottom, but maybe somebody would still like to decorate with it. I think it's a pretty etch.
I think it's a gorgeous. Look at that medallion. It's gorgeous.
The glass.
Kels is in at 20. She has your opening bid. Thank you, Kels.
Thank you, Kels.
That is beautiful.
The glass has a inner optic panels. And
Wow.
It's chipped. Okay, count it down. Ready? Here we go. Any questions, comments? I will count it down. 10.
It's beautiful. Your high bid's 25.
I think. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah. You hear each time I say something, it's echoing at your house, David.
There's no way.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
I don't have another device on. It's just the laptop.
Something.
So my laptop microphone must be so sensitive that the sound coming from the speaker travels to the front of the microphone of the laptop.
Maybe it's the moon.
Maybe it's
10,
me.
9, 8, 7, 6. That's annoying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. It seems like it's getting worse. It is getting worse.
It is getting worse.
But I ain't doing nothing. I'm just sitting here.
I ain't doing nothing, Ma.
I don't know what you doing, but I ain't doing nothing.
You're right.
What?
35. 35 is your winning bid. I ain't doing nothing.
You talking about me?
Kels, congratulations, Kels.
All right, wait a minute.
35 is winning bid. KELLS.
Really?
Rhymes with rock the bells, Kels.
For 35?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Kels, thank you. David, let's bring you back.
Okay, please do.
Maybe during intermission, we can figure out why this is.
Now I'm hearing an echo.
Why you're hearing this awful chirp. Get them candle. Get those beautiful. Ooh. Look at those. Is that Northwood, Dugan Diamond? Those are some old candlesticks.
Scott,
Imperial?
I would agree. These are way old.
Yeah, they're 1920, circa 1920.
Now,
what?
These are starting at 30 because you got to find them. But this one has a chip. Let me bring that out on one. Doesn't really affect the rim. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. You find a pair. You know, sadly, and you've gone through this, Scott, you find singles because they break one.
Right.
So you buy the pair when you find them. These are survivors. This is old glass, starting at 30. We're all familiar with this, the process of the stretch glass. These are 9 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
These are significant pieces of glass. What I like to say is glass history. They'll never make these again because it costs too much nowadays to make these again.
Yep.
And if you see something like this, it's going to be a satin finish, not this stretch glass finish that they used to do, because they were basically doing a double process. Correct, Scott? They don't do that anymore. They're just going to make it a satin finish, fired very quickly in some factory in China and shipped to you, the consumer. But no, this is old, beautiful glass.
Yeah, the last company that I knew that knew how to do stretch glass the way they used to do stretch glass was Fenton. They did some great pieces in the 80s and 90s.
Yes. Yeah, they revived it in late 70s and 80s and did a great Great job. Just a nod to the factories that were firing these in the 30s and 40s. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to count these down since we do have a bid.
Okay.
We have more things to get to.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hate being called a consumer. I am a customer.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't call anybody a customer.
Did I say consumer? I rarely use the term consumer.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can call me anything you want.
You
Just
can
don't
call me
for dinner.
Just call me. Okay. We had a
on
flurry, as we like to say, and
call me.
Heidi Esterholm is our winner at 40.
Call me on the line. Call me. Is it intermission? No, I get to. No, you get to do 2. I was a hog and did 2. You get to do 2.
Oh, you want me to do 2?
Yeah, because I just did. I tried to do 2.
Okay.
You do 2. Then we'll do intermission.
Then an intermission.
Right. And then if anyone else, I will bring these back right after intermission. So as soon as we come back, I'll do the old crow, the old crone.
Do you have your intermission sign?
Oh, it's down in the basement.
Or you can call me Ray.
Or you can call me Ray J. Johnson.
Make me big.
Why?
You don't have to. That's fine.
You are.
Here's a beautiful. I make no apologies for bringing black glass.
Well, why should you?
L.E. Smith. This is I wish I had my book. I would have looked at the pattern number. They call this their urn vase. Urn. Let me measure this for you. Very handsome vase. Everlasting base, 7.5 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
The rim at the widest point is 5 inches, and the base is 3.5 inches. It's not going to take up a lot of your space. Looks great on a white background. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Isn't it lovely? Yes. Virginia loves the anaconda around my neck. Virginia, it's not an anaconda. I'm just happy to see you. L.E. Smith, beautiful glass, New Jersey glass. It is amethyst. Put it to the light. You can go right. You can see through it. It's got to be a strong light because if you know your L.E. Smith and your certain models, this is a thicker pattern. This is a thicker press.
Yeah. L.E. Smith. L.E. Smith wasn't in New Jersey.
I believe so.
No, that was L.E. Smith was in Pennsylvania, I think.
Pennsylvania.
I think.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. I think L.E. Smith is one of those Pennsylvania companies. Maybe.
I thought they may have had a factory there, though. You know how these glass houses moved around because of all their fires.
I wasn't thinking.
Maybe I'm reading a piece, recalling a little piece of their history.
Well, anyway.
Because my nose was in that book all the time.
Well,
Bonnie, you probably already have this one. I'm still looking for your tall milk glass vase, Bonnie. I'm going to find one someday. Okay, I'm going to count this down. We do have bids.
Yeah.
High bid right now is Sandra Garcia first at 25. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And away we go. Heidi, while we're waiting for the stop, I want to acknowledge your comment. She says that the bowl is identical to her granny's bowl my sister got when my mother died. My sister broke the bowl in her garage floor, and there was no candlesticks. My mother broke those. Oh, wow. So she's replacing the bowls that she remembers from childhood. That is great. That is fantastic. I'm glad I can find those and bring those to you.
And
okay.
David,
go ahead.
You know, Bonnie says to you that her eyes adore you. I mean, from a million miles away.
I know.
She couldn't. You couldn't see that she adored you.
Eyes. Look. Yes.
A million miles away. Is it intermission time? I'm just playing.
And I would walk away 100 miles.
I'm just playing, Bonnie. I'm just playing, Bonnie. Okay, intermission. What do we get to do? Run around in a circle?
We can run. I can't run around the circle because my space is limited. I did see you, Jenny Mac, for those for the urn. I appreciate it at 31. I didn't write that down. I better do that now before I forget.
Why does my
It
house?
is intermission time. Scott asked me earlier. Scott, do you have to do anything? Are you going to walk away, refresh your nuts?
I am doing pretzels. My nuts need no refreshing, but my pretzels do, and I
I
need
am
to get
doing
a little
nuts.
flat Coca-Cola in my glass. But I can hear you because my kitchen is right here. So you talk and I'll listen.
Well, Scott
Yeah.
asked me earlier, what's going on with the house? How are you settling in? We're settling in fine.
Right.
Of course, it's amazing. We have like 5 thrift stores very close. I can take Tammy on a quick 5-store circuit quickly and stealthily. And we can do that almost every other day. But we do find things, and I'm sourcing things for my office. I have to rebuild a library, and I'm trying to think out of the box. I found this really neat book called An Odyssey in Print.
The Odyssey of what?
An Odyssey in Print. And I thought it was intriguing because but it's different. It's the era of reproduction and printing, whether it was handwritten or ledgers. And this is from the Smithsonian Library. And getting into as artists were doing, or scientists were doing renderings of animals and insects they found, or crabs. I mean, just neat little things. So I'm building a library. I'm trying to source things. You'll love this one, Scott, even though you probably wrote this book. Ooh, look at that glare. Refinishing old furniture.
Is that Bruce Johnson?
It is from George Wagner or Wagner.
I don't do as much. My father and I used to do so much refinishing. Oh my gosh. We used to do it all the time. And I don't do it as much as I used to.
And I found the essential guide to upholstery.
Oh, I love upholstery.
I'll send that to you with a return label so you can just look at it and you can ship it back.
Well, I might surprise bomb your open house.
And then I found Nist.
Did you hear me?
Poems by Paul Supasset. And it's a book of poems. Not everything has to be a reference. This is for leisure. The cats preside while fireside. We writers write in the night. This new quartet composing yet. A silence we keep, sown words we trap.
Oh.
I hear everyone snapping their fingers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and look at this. You know my other thing, the Sock Daily. I found a sock box.
Let me see.
The DeFi sock from DeFi. The sock you will wear like iron.
Was that from the 40s?
It looks to be from the 40s or early 50s. Made in the USA.
Would you like to try some of my clam chowder?
I would. Is that from my favorite chamber pot?
It has a very earthy taste.
Very nutty.
I have a feeling that we should continue the show.
Let's get back to the show.
And it's my turn, and I am going to sell.
Scott, you made me go one item extra.
No. So what?
Okay. We're going to be off kilter because I only have. Well, I hear your echo now. I heard your echo.
I'm not doing anything. Well, go find something. Go find another item. Okay.
What are you starting at, sir?
$60. Come on now. I've got 6. That's $10 a stem, which is a steal because this sells for $100 for the set of 6, and you're going to get it cheaper than that here probably. These are the Libby mid-century 1960s Old Crow whiskey glasses. They're made of glass. The bowl and the foot is attached to the crow. The crow is done in a mold. He's a crow, and he's got a top hat on, and he's dressed in formal wear. I love him. Did we establish that there's an Old Crow whiskey?
Yes.
Okay. So there he is. And I can see from the front that he is dressed in formal wear, and you can see his little tail back here like a crow has. And they're, I don't know how many ounces that is. You're only supposed to have a few ounces, maybe 4 ounces, I guess, of whiskey. I don't know what
that has your opening bid of 65.
About 6 inches tall or so. And you get all 6 of them in absolutely perfect condition. That's 3. There's the other 3. Okay. Any questions about the Libby mid-century Old Crow? Not Old Crone, but Old Crow in his top hat. I love these things. So they say perfect for a Manhattan. I just found these, like 2 days ago. High bid is
65, 66 now from Desert Crone, Once the Crow.
Counting them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the set of 6,
Duty-free shop.
Old Crow. You know, a crow, I saw something on TV once. I think a crow is like one of the smartest birds. Did you know how smart a crow is? I saw a crow. I think he took a lid off of a jar and was able to get, it's just amazing what a crow can do.
I have always wanted to somehow not trick a crow. Your winning bid is Lisa RN at 73. She outbid herself, but at 73.
Lisa RN, let me find her. Okay, Lisa, good for you. Thank you everyone who placed bids. I am so excited because you got a little bit of a deal, and you're not even going to, on those, Lisa, you're not going to have to pay shipping. Old Crow.
Now, I read a story of a young girl who lived on a farm who fed a crow. This crow befriended her somehow, and she would leave out a little thing, maybe a peanut or whatever, you never know. But the crow would begin bringing her things from miles away. It found a button and gave it to her in exchange for whatever treat she left him. And the next day, it would be a thimble. And she procured this collection over 8 years, Scott. She filled a jar. 8 years this crow was coming back for a little treat. Can you imagine? I would love to have a pet crow. I'm going to get a crow for Jack Jack.
Yeah, they are so smart.
And they're big.
So cool. Lisa,
crows are not little.
I enjoyed hearing about that, David. And Lisa, thank you. And everyone, thank you, everyone who placed bids and showed interest in the penguin, the Old Crow tumblers. I appreciate that. So, David, it's your turn. We'll enlarge you. Bring you back.
I'm back. I am back. So I have a lot of scarves for one monies.
Okay.
Starting at 24.
Okay.
What's creepy? Crows are not creepy. This one that has been, look how big this thing is. Let me get back. You know, Tammy's like, it's just funny that you look at scarves. I'm like, I'm a tie guy. I love ties.
Yeah.
And I figure when I look at the scarves, I kind of think of if this was a tie, I would be all over it. Or if it were a pocket square, it would be totally mine.
Wow.
This is a large scarf. So this is one. I did not see a signature on it, and this one does not have a tag. But it's gorgeous nonetheless. Then I have this nice scarf. It's black, mainly black, with a floral pattern on it. You know, I wish I knew exactly what it was made of. It's very soft. It's almost silky. I'm sure it's some type of blend. It's not completely polyester, but this one's very soft. This one, for all you haberdasher fans out there, like when I touch a coat or a suit,
Yeah.
they say it has a nice hand because when you touch it,
Oh.
that it has a nice hand because of the feel. This one has a nice hand. I mean, you can just feel the comfort of this scarf. Now, this one I believe is polyester. It has that rough little feel to it, almost sandpapery.
Mm-hmm.
This one does have a label. I don't think it's an old label. Yeah, this one is, well, silk chiffon is this one. So you know how that feels. This one's made in China. But I love the pattern. I love the color and the pattern. It's the whole reason I picked it up. It's an eye catcher. It caught my eye. I don't just pick them up because it's a scarf. It catches my eye. This one's gorgeous. I wish this was a painting. If this were a painting, it'd be on my wall already. It looks like it reminds me of a Monet.
Oh, that one. Look at that.
Doesn't it look like a Monet painting?
It reminds me more of that tropical. Who was the one that painted all those girls in Tahiti? Gauguin? I don't know. Who did all the Tahitian girls lying around on the beach with big old palm trees? Was that Gauguin?
Go get. I'm not an art major.
So do you have any? So that's the 4 of them, David. Okay.
This is 3.
Is it lot or choice? They're asking.
It's a lot. It's for all 4.
Okay, and you get all 4 for what?
You get all 4 starting at $24.
Okay, $24.
Now, what do they call these? Y'all help me out.
Okay.
I know it's a scarf, but it's a circle. So I guess you turn it, put it around your neck.
Ooh, it's a circle.
It's a circle.
Do you step into it?
No, I don't think so, Scott.
Why not?
I have it inside out, only because I was trying to look at the label.
Step into it.
Infinity scarf? No.
We want to see you twirl.
Look at my new figure. So thank you for joining us on QVC.
Yeah.
We have 4 scarves. 4 scarves here. I've shown 3. I'm showing the 4th here on QVC.
Yeah, you're
on the old
working very
Chaps
well.
on QVC. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're
Let
doing
me show
a good
you this
job.
one.
You're doing
This
a
is
good
a
job,
fun print.
Hughes.
This one's just a fun print. I love it.
You're doing a good job, Hughes.
Thank you. Thank you on QVC. We only have 4 of these left for all of America to have. Get in on this. I told my Aunt Martha to get in on it. She lost out.
Well, you know what?
This one's modern. It's not old, but you'll get all 4. The Infinity, what I call the Monet. This one's silk. It's gorgeous.
Ooh.
I love it. Silk chiffon. And then this huge, huge scarf. Beautiful. All for one, $24.
You could be a magician.
We have a bid or not?
I don't know. You could be a magician with them. Pull them out of your pants or your sleeves, or stick one up.
Hey,
your sleeve
Rocky, watch me pull the trick out of my hat.
Yes. I'm scrolling back, and I don't think I see anyone who wants the scarves. But you gonna bring them back?
I can bring them back. I can bring these back, Clarice.
Well, then you're going to bring them back. Bring them back.
I'm putting in a stop just for giggles.
Oh, bring me back. When are you coming back? Don't you want a smack? Oh, Jenny Mac, when are you coming? Who sings that?
I believe it was Warren Buffett.
Now, I've got not one, David.
Ooh.
1 is good.
Ooh.
2 is always better. Always. And I got 2. Woo! Is that Ellie Smith? You know it.
That is. That's
that Mount
L.E.
Pleasant?
and Smith.
Is that Mount Pleasant? I think so.
It's two Mount Pleasant little 3-footed bowls.
Yeah, David, because the reason why L.E. Smith called this pattern Mount Pleasant is because L.E. Smith was in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, right?
I'm a goofball.
I don't know. What do we get? No chips, no cracks.
I was just trying to give your state of New Jersey a kiss. That's all.
$16. How does the man do it? Is it $16 for one? No, it's $16 for both of them. Now come on now, bid it up a little bit. But look, $16, that's $8 a piece. Are these 1930s black glass? Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's L.E. Smith Mount Pleasant all over. What would you put in it?
Pretzels. Raisins.
Look, Mommy, I can hear the ocean. All right. Do we have a bid? We do. Now, I'm not waiting until
Put those
Halloween.
back on your ears.
Why?
Help me, D, of Thrill the Thrift. You're my only hope.
This is station KDKA, broadcasting from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, stop being a goofball. And is that cracked?
You haven't opened
of town. No. It's a straw. It's
straw mark.
Straw mark. Count it down. 10. You get both of them. High bid right now is 20. I don't know. 25.
25.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. You get both of these. Whoever the high bidder is, you get them both. Put them on the floor. What's coming? I still have an innovation vase. I've got this green. This is the innovation vase coming up. That's not green, that's yellow. You got that coming up. Look at this purple vase with a surprise in the bottom of it.
Scottward.
What?
Your winning bid is Kells at $28. Kells at $28. We thank you for bidding, everyone. We appreciate it.
We thank you. Kels, thank you. I appreciate that. And that chirping, I don't know why we have to hear that. I hear chirping. It's not coming from here. I think you got an old crow under your seat.
Jack's ignoring me.
Oh, somebody was asking you how he is. I guess he's at his fireplace.
No, he's not at the fireplace. He must be hanging with Tam Tam in the back. She must be in the bedroom.
Is she going to bring her face in to be seen at the end?
I hope so. I like seeing her face.
Well, tell her face to come in at the end.
Okay, my next start is $30. Now, y'all are getting tired of me saying this, but we were supposed to have a sale regarding science, blinding you with science. So it's easy to overthink a sale when someone suggests, let's do science. Well, anatomy is part of science. I found this head. Is it creepy? No. You can put a hat on it. I had the scarves on it just for fun. It's not plaster. It's not stone.
Oh,
I think it's something modern, but it's different. I thought it was neat.
It is neat.
And I'm happy to keep a hat on it if I have to, but I thought I would bring it to you. It's a bit collecting dust because I was procuring things for our science cell that didn't happen.
Yeah, but it might still happen, but you can just go find more.
I never found anything. Yeah, I found beakers. Last week we sold the Bunsen burner, the burner you would keep in science class.
Yeah.
I sold one of those last week. So, I was finding things. Actually, Tam Tam found the Bunsen burner. But, yeah, I mean, if you ever wanted a bucket of heads, you can procure your first one. It's not styrofoam. It's some type of resin.
Yeah. It looks heavy.
It's not heavy. That's why I know it's
Oh.
it's not a plaster or stone. It's some type of resin. It's not heavy. It's not super styrofoam light either.
Could you put your eyeglasses on it at night to hold them in place?
I don't know. I don't have eyeglasses here around me.
You just got in trouble by Karen Williams, David.
I'm sorry?
You just got in trouble by Karen Williams.
Oh, it's okay.
See what she said?
Yeah, hold it still. Let me pull it back because the light's catching all of the contour. And I want you to
Haley
see
says it's creepy.
it. It is, but just think, you can place this outside the window of your neighbor's house in the middle of the night, knock and run away.
No, I would not suggest keeping that on your dresser and then sort of waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and looking over and that thing is glowing in the moonlight. No.
Or you can lay this to the pillow next to you.
Oh.
Or you can keep a wig on it if you'd like. Or a wonderful scarf, as I did earlier.
I applaud you for your sales technique, but so far... now he's going to do sad eyes.
You can hold this and make creepy faces.
You can
talk like a movie serial killer, Clarice.
It would, Gerald, and I'll tell you a story about something that happened to me at the end of the video. Just to remind me, you'll laugh at it, but it's similar to that.
Okay, no one's interested. That's fine.
Well, we'll bring that head back, won't we?
Sure. I may keep it in a trunk.
Now I unmuted. Sorry. I know. Okay, here I am. $20, please. $20 for what? Now you got a pot to do you know what in. Yes. English transferware, and that is exactly what it is. You say, I've never seen one with a lid. Well, now remember, there were slop pots and there were chamber pots. The slop pot was just dirty water from washing. You know, the pitcher and the bowl that would sit on the wash stand, there would often be a slop pot or a slop pail. That didn't necessarily have to have a lid because it was just dirty water from washing your face or washing your hands or brushing your teeth. But the chamber pot, the one that you do your poopy duke in, you're going to want a lid for that because you wake up in the middle of the night, we know, you're probably going to want to put a lid on that and slide it back under the bed until the servants come around in the morning and they go dump it in the privy. All right, so it's not missing a handle. Please don't make the mistake by serving your egg salad in this. Hey, David. Is he gone? He is. Where is he? He's gone. David. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Why did you have me escape the studio?
I didn't escape you.
I didn't do anything. I have no control of StreamYard.
Well, nobody wants my chamber pot. It's only $20.
No one knew the start.
It has a chip on the bottom and it has a chip on the lid. But you can't see the chip when you put the lid in place. There's the chip on the bottom of the lid. See it? But you don't see it. That's a scalloped edge. You really don't see it from the top, just a little tiny bit. So it's English.
Tina Bradford was moved to bid 25.
Smooth move, X-Lax. And then on the bottom of it, it says John Maddox, of course, England, royal something, and a crown with dragons jumping around, RN, a bunch of numbers. You know the English, they put wonderful marks. So there it is. Now you've got a pot. You can't say you don't have a pot to do you know what in.
Evelyn Layton.
Questions, comments?
28. Tina Bradford.
Prayer request. You could fit a lot of gravy in that. A gravy pot.
Could you do that, Scott?
Could I do what?
Could you give it the old curiosity clean job and still eat out of that? Knowing the history of that piece of fine art. Boop, boop, be doop. What year would you say that is, Scott?
1900-ish. English transferware, about 1900 or so.
Lisa RN, that pot has seen things.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Number 2, number 1. Did you get that?
I did.
Number 2 and number 1.
Yes, perfect for bran muffins and black coffee.
Okay, put that down. We're gonna just see if we have anyone. Actually, I like that. That really is pretty, and you can do a lot with it. You can do a lot. You can do more than number 1 and number 2 with it. Okay, David.
Tina Bradford is your winner at 30.
Tina Bradford. I think you should serve spaghetti to the family in that.
Yes, that, and then serve the spaghetti in there. That's where you're going to scoop it out from, and then serve it on iris and herringbone.
Spaghetti, but not beanie weenies.
But not beanie weenies.
It's your turn, David.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to buy it when you see it, right?
I see something behind you that I am so excited about. And
buy it when you see it.
Ooh.
Buy 2 if you see them. Buy 4 if you see them.
Because
Scott knows you can find the reproductions, but the real deal, these are getting harder and harder to behind. Now, I'm going to point out the flea bite on one. Other than that, they glow. Yes, they're pristine. Let me find the flea bite on one, and it is truly, truly, truly. See how hard it is for me to find it?
The start is already in there. It was already put in there.
Yeah, the start's in at 60. You know what? This is so hard to find. That's how small it is.
I love the etch. Do you know? Wow, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
Boom, 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 boom. Here we go.
I love Mr. Melon.
I'm going to turn it upside down and show you with a pin. The head of a pin. And there it is. Teeny, tiny. Absolutely gorgeous. What's the typo?
The typo?
Yeah, this. Oh, I put stop 60. I put stop 60, which I'm an idiot. It's 60. Oh. So the stop 60 is actually the start 60. And we do have Karen K at 60, Kathleen Workman at 65. I know it said stop 60. Sorry. Bonnie, my pebbles. I didn't have my pebbles this morning. Lovely glass. Yes, they glow. I didn't bring my black light, but y'all know they glow.
Of course they do.
Gorgeous, gorgeous old. Probably, I don't know if you remember that little yellow glass I found in Memphis, that canary yellow that sat in the windowsill the whole entire trip.
Yeah, yes.
I love me some high C yellow, because high C yellow is like no other yellow you'll see in glass. Never, ever, ever, never, never, ever. But this is probably my second favorite glass color, the watermelon.
Yeah.
The pink and green. But, you know, if I found me some yellow high C, I'm keeping it. but these are gorgeous. I will count it down. We're hovering in the mid 60s here. KP's at 66. I'll count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm watching YouTube now on another. I hear that little echo now. There's a stop. And, I'm going to refresh on this one.
Okay.
Okay. I see Jenny Mac at 101 before the stop.
Jenny Mac is going to get them.
Jenny Mac at 101 before the stop. Okay. Thank you, everyone who bid. I knew those would be popular. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. You'll love it. They're gorgeous.
Okay.
And if you watch some of the videos, Tammy and I have been using these for a while. So we use the glass that we get. Go ahead, Scott. Sorry.
This has a few flea bites, which I would it's kitchen glass, and I always expect flea bites and chips out of kitchen glass, especially 1930s kitchen glass. I don't like the chips, but I expect them. But this one just has some flea bites around it. There's nothing serious on it. And it's pink, and it's $16. Now, this is from the 30s, and this can be it is pink. And you could place a cream and sugar on it or a salt and pepper. And I'd like to show you what it looks like with a green Art Deco salt and pepper set of shakers, which are not for sale. These are my everyday salt and pepper shakers that are always in my kitchen, on my kitchen table. But just to show you what you could do, these are just, as I said, salt and pepper can go on it. You could also put cream and sugar on it, as long as they're not too tall, because you're trying to pass it around. So there it is. It's 9 inches long. And Jenny Mac has the high bid of 16. Yes, they made this in green. The company that made this also made one in green. Yeah. I think I had the green one, maybe with a big chip on it. So let's count down the 1930s Pink Depression holder for a cream and sugar or a salt and pepper shaker. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
I only have about a 7-second delay, so the algorithm is doing very nicely, by the way. Here we go. And we have Sandra Garcia at 25 before the stop.
Sandra
Garcia.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, everyone who placed your bids on that and showed interest. I appreciate that. We'll continue now. David, I'm going to make you solo. What you got next?
Thank you so much, Scott.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. This is not a typo. This does not say stop this time. And that is not a typo. This is starting at $135.
Until I change.
What possibly could start for $135? When you see it, you get it, because you'll never see it again.
Right.
Duncan and Miller, number 16 in black glass. And look at all the silver overlay on this Whopper. She is gorgeous. Now, go on eBay. You'll see another pattern. It's an equestrian. And it doesn't have nearly the silver this does. And it's not just on one side. It is on both sides.
Wow. What a pretty design.
The time it took Rockwell Silver International to put this on, I would love to see the process. You showed the chamber pot with the
Transfer?
transferware.
Mhm.
Have you actually watched how the English do the old school transferware? So meticulous. I mean, it's all hand done.
Yeah,
The
it's like
expensive
tissue
pieces are all
paper.
hand done. It takes
Yeah.
forever. But can you imagine
Yeah.
doing the overlay on this? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Wow. And then there's is the same thing on the back there in that
It's the same pattern. They duplicated the pattern on
cartouche.
both sides. Let me scan this around. You talk about sometimes the silver being lost.
Yeah. Wow.
There, I mean, there's a ripple. It looks like lost, but there's just tiny rippling in the process of this overlay. You see that little rippling?
Yeah, and that silver is thick. Those companies that applied that silver, it's
No,
almost
Rockwell.
thick. Yeah, you
Rockwell
can feel it.
laid sterling silver like it was
Oh yeah,
like a politician. They laid it on thick.
they do lay it on thick, and it'll and it
And
can
you
be
can
polished
feel
as well. Yeah,
when whoever gets this, when you handle this and you feel this, I mean, it is amazing how much silver is on here.
You're being asked again about the maker, David.
Duncan and Miller. This pattern was number 16. A deco pattern they had. You can find the actual bowl in a green clear. Usually they etch the clear with a nice little pattern. But these darker, this comes in cobalt as well. They've done silver overlay on cobalt. But I think the winner is black. And this is not black amethyst. You can't put a light through here and see it. This is black glass. It's not that deep purple that Ellie Smith has. The green's a stunner too, but it looks kind of next to this one. Yeah, this is a stunner. I will count it down. 10. I guess we have a bid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hear the static cling.
Yes, I do like very much that it is thin enough to actually be on a mantle.
Gorgeous. Okay, waiting for the stop.
Okay.
And let me scroll up. I see 180. I'm making sure we didn't miss it. 150, 76, 180. Kells, 180. Kells is the winner.
Yeah, Kells has it.
You're gonna love this one. It's gorgeous. This is a stunner.
And that sort of tropical bird, that sort of like bird of paradise thing, what a 1920s and 30s motif. You see that bird of paradise, I'm doing air quotes, on that and the leaping gazelle and the Scotty dog. They're all iconic from the 20s and 30s. Way to go, pretty. Now I've got a vase. I don't have a brand new pair of roller skates, but I've got a vase that starts at $15 and it's got a super duper surprise. It's purple, but that's not the surprise. Yes, it's somewhat, now this is normally what we would call a swung vase. Swung just a little bit. There's just a little bit of a, it's purple. It's got like a tree trunk. It's got a few minor little flea bites at the bottom, but look at the inside. Now on the bottom, it's flat. It's 9 inches tall, by the way. No, it's 8.5. No, it's 8 inches tall. Flat on the bottom. But when you look on the inside, there's a daisy. I'm going to try to get you to see it. Do you see all the way in the bottom of that piece of glass?
Yes.
Can you see way down in there?
I see like a sunflower pattern.
Yes, like an embossed daisy or sunflower or black-eyed Susan. Look, now why on earth, who is going to be looking inside of a vase like that? I don't know.
We are.
And I don't know who the maker is. Or was, I should say. They ain't making anything like this now. Even down at the bottom, there's like grass to simulate grass at the bottom of a tree trunk. Do you see it?
Yes.
And then you've got almost this palm tree. It's almost like a palm tree with the, with the X's on it and that neat little daisy down in the bottom of it. But it's very purple. It needs to be cleaned. And there are a few flea bites on the bottom, but nothing major. Okay. The high bid is, yeah. Anybody? No clue. It's one of those companies. One of those 20 companies. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the vase with the surprise. Look at that. I have never seen one before. Probably never seen another one.
I wonder if it glows.
I don't know. I don't know where my black light is.
Some very old purple glass and blue glass will glow, but not important because it's still gorgeous. Okay, Jenny Mac is your winner at $35.
Thank you, Jenny Mac. David, let's take it back to you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everyone who placed bids on that. I appreciate it. David, what's next?
That's it. Those are my items. I have the 4 scarves. If you want me to show what I have left, I have the 4 scarves. Lovely. At $24. If anyone's interested in those, you get all 4 for $24. Gorgeous. Well, we just run through them.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what, David. I've got 3 items left. So after I'll bring myself back in a second and try to attempt to sell my 3 items. And while I'm doing that, if you can find something else in your house that you want to sell, go get it.
Okay. Well, I have the Pottery Frog.
Okay.
At $20. Beautiful Japanese frog. Japanese pottery with a frog. Gorgeous. Nice low profile. Then we have the modernist art head.
Yeah.
Which is $30. Scarves for $24. The frog pottery for $30. 30. 20, I'm sorry, 20. And the head for $30. That's it.
Okay. So we know that David has those items there. If anyone is interested in, I'll bring myself back now and sell some things. While I'm doing this, David, if you happen to find anything else you want to surprise us with,
I'll grab one more thing.
Okay, look, I've got a big innovation vase made by McKee. This starts at $20 and it does not have chips or cracks. If you love old glass, you haven't started collecting a particular pattern yet, you might want to think about the innovation pattern by McKee, introduced, I think, in 1915. There's a lot of it out there. So it's not rare, but it is old. We're talking about glass that's more than 100 years old. And the innovation is that part of it is cut and part of it is pressed. This is that big vase. How tall is it? That's 9 inches there. So I'd say we're looking at probably 10 to 11 inches. It is heavy. It's not chipped anywhere. And I do find this vase from time to time. And because it's so heavy, it seems to get knocked over and chipped. I don't know why, but this one is in great shape. It's not cloudy or dirty. And springtime comes, you get those great big, what's a big stemmed thing? Oh, I don't know, like foxglove and irises and other type flowers that have a long stem. Beautiful. And if you want another one of these, I'll find you one. I promise you that I will. So because I probably find this vase about once every 3 months. And if it's chipped or cracked, I leave it alone. But I'll find another one that's in good condition, and then you'll be able to have two if you'd like. Yeah, gladiolas. So the innovation pattern, typical of the flower, don't worry about how many petals, it changes. And these lattice buttons that have this sort of stippling on them, and the deep cut or deep pressed, not fronds, but to the flowers is what I'm trying to say.
Every now and then they call it a caning pattern as well. Cane pattern.
Yeah, like lattice work or cane.
Yeah.
10. I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. It is heavy. Oh my word, it is heavy. While that's down there on the floor, and we're going to wait. We'll take a look at a yellow pitcher, which is going to hold a lot of lemonade. That's 1930s. But on the innovation vase, it looks like I'm waiting for the stop there. There it is. Is it Jenny Mac at 33? It looks like it.
Make sure.
Okay.
Yes, Jenny Mac at 33.
Jenny, thank you. This yellow pitcher is $20. Anchor hocking, probably. That looks like an anchor hocking handle. It's big and heavy. It's not cracked, but it's got some scratches, mainly up here. I don't know what this leaned up against, but there's a lot of scratching right there. You can see it. Those are actually scratches in there, so that's damage. But that's about it. This just sat up against something and got scratched. Paneled optic.
You're starting this at 20, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. Susan opened at 20. Cat D now is at 25.
It's either a Lancaster mold or a Hocking mold. I'm almost certain that it's Hocking. It's big and heavy. I don't know how many ounces, but you're going to get an awful lot. The other reason why we know, even if we put on a blindfold, go to the handle and go right here on your handle. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm going to cut myself. Why? Well, that's not damage. That's cheap glass made by a depression company that didn't fire polish. That's what this is. And so the seam that's on the handle, when you run your finger up and down it, it's an unpolished, rough mold seam. Came right off the assembly line. Not like that Duncan and Miller piece that David just showed you. Fire polished glass, but not inexpensive hocking. Counting it down, 10. You could get a lot of beer in that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the big yellow lemonade pitcher. We're not thinking about lemonade right now, but we will be in a few months, I hope. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some of you in warm climates might be having a little bit of lemonade. And then
I had lemonade today.
You had lemonade today?
Yep. For lunch. And Susan Williams is your winner at 30 for that lovely picture.
Susan Williams. Susan, do I know you? I mean, do I already have your info? Susan Williams. I think so. One more thing and that's it. I think, yep, that's it. Okay, kitchen people, I haven't forgotten you. Let's step into the 1940s kitchen. Wow. Take a look at that. Now, it should be rewired. I can turn it on right now and it'll purr like a kitten. But I'm telling you that this rubberized cord really needs to be replaced. So I might even cut the end off before I mail it to you. And I'm telling you that because even though I want you to see that the motor works, it's $20, by the way. The motor works, it purrs like a kitten. I want you to see how deco it is. This is a Bakelite handle on the top. Listen to it purr. I'll get you. So that's
I
very
would have
quiet.
gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you meddling kids.
You meddling kids. So we have the measurements on the glass, and it is not chipped. There's a patent number on the bottom. You can look it up if you want. I love how deco the little legs are. Don't you see the
love that.
legs?
I love that touch. And the lines going down to the legs.
Just the lines, yeah. So I am telling you that if you, and so this just sits on the top. You can pour your ingredients in right there, or just put your eggs inside, and you hear it hum?
Beautiful.
Okay. So it works, but it's not safe to use it until you put a new cord on it. Okay? Okay.
Your bid is 20 from Lori Perry.
So you got that, Lori. Now, Lori, you got that. You hear me. So I won't, and you guys are regular customers. I won't cut the plug off. I just trust that you hear me and you know that it would be a fire hazard if that was left plugged in and unattended. Okay, Lori, just want to make sure. Okay. Or whoever wins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So I won't cut the, we'll just make sure whoever gets it. I wouldn't want it to get into the wrong hands and then someone left it plugged in and it caused, it's just an old rubber cord. And there are 2 screws on the bottom. There's a screw right there, right there. Take those 2 screws off, pop this plate off, stick you a new cord in there, and beat your eggs like Granny did it.
So your winner actually is Cheryl Miller at 25.
All right. Cheryl, don't you plug this in and leave it unattended. You hear me? Cheryl Miller at 25. I want to make sure Cheryl hears that. Okay. 25?
Yes.
Cheryl says, I won't, I promise. Okay. But use it, rewire it, and then use it.
Hey, buddy. Come here. They're asking about you. They're asking about you. Just help. I'll help you show the next item. You can help me with the next item.
I did bring the crow glasses back and they sold. You must have walked away, Vicky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they sold.
I did offer them twice.
It's Jack Jack.
So I'm sorry that you missed them.
Okay, Lynn Fogel was asking about this bowl. This is starting at 20, and now she said clear glass with gold. It's actually a silver overlay console bowl. Okay, Jack Jack, I'm gonna sit you down, buddy. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Nice, beautiful console bowl. Let me give you a measurement, Lynn.
Yeah.
She saw it in the preview. So she asked about it. It's 13 inches wide. This is beautiful pattern. Look how it catches the light. It's got an etched little flower. And then the silver overlay
Sorry about that.
along the rim. No, you're okay. A lot of us are familiar with these console bowls. Nice optic paneling that catches the light. There's the overlay.
Oh, that's a very handsome design on that silver overlay, David. I like that. That's neat.
13 inches across. This is a big console bowl. I like the etching along with the overlay. Beautiful. Jack's been hanging around Tam Tam. She's lurking somewhere in the back.
Well,
She might be watching us on the TV in the back. So this is starting at 20. Oh, she said it looks smaller in the preview. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a big one. It's a stunner. Okay, I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be my last item for the night.
Good night, Carmen.
Good night, Carmen. Thanks for coming.
I will, Carmen. I will let you know.
And that will go to Sandra Garcia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan. I will make a note that you sent your new information to me, and I will double check that before I invoice you tomorrow. Thank you, Susan. And Terry, I will email you, and we'll come up with something, and we'll get those 3 stems to you. And everybody else who had questions about something. I think Jenny had a question about something. I will answer you.
And if anyone rewatches this or thinks about it, I have the 3 items left. You can go back, put it in the comments. Even though it's on Scout's channel, no problem. I always look at the comments. I actually rewatch these so I can catch all of your comments. But that's all. That's everything I have. I had 3 items left: the frog, the scarves, and the modernist looking head over here. But thank you for coming. Thank you, Scott, for hosting tonight.
Well, you are welcome. Now, let's talk about what's coming up. What is it? It's Monday. Okay, so you have a sale this Wednesday?
We do have a sale this Wednesday. Tammy will be putting out a preview, I'm sure, on Instagram and maybe a short on the YouTube for everyone to get a little sneaky peek of what we're showing. I think her Valentine card drop sale is either still going on or ends Thursday. But I think
still going on, ends Thursday.
Yeah, she's here. Here's Tam Tam.
Hi,
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Oh, Evelyn. Evelyn's asking about the frog. Yes, I had this. I think it's an Ikebana Japanese style pottery frog, which was $20. Beautiful frog. Got a nice little bamboo, and it's signed on the bottom.
It looks like the Lost Saucer with Ruth Buzzy.
Hi.
You didn't watch that.
No, but I know Ruth Buzzy. Who doesn't remember Ruth Buzzy?
Yeah, but do you remember the Lost Saucer? I bet you don't.
No, I don't. Okay,
That's
Evelyn's going to take the frog. Thank you, Evelyn.
That's because we're 5 years apart.
The what?
Tammy, did you watch the Lost Saucer?
The Lost Saucer? That's a movie?
No, it starred Jim Neighbors and Ruth Buzzy.
Evelyn, email
note.
your information to us just in case. Thank you, Evelyn. And
Never
the head, this sold
Via email.
via email just now.
Oh,
So this is sold.
via email?
They emailed us.
Because
Why they didn't want to say anything in the chat?
I don't know. They're a lurker. Who
David
knows?
said,
Maybe they're
"If you
shy.
left, just email us." Jack, this dog has a
So
zoomies.
I only have the scarves left, which I'm happy to wear. No problem. Jack, do you care for a scarf?
If he bites that.
Here, buddy.
He would bite it?
You're so handsome,
Yeah,
Jack.
look,
Look, Jack. You're so handsome, Jack. Okay, Jack. I can't trust you.
You didn't sell those scarves, did you?
No, they're still here for $24.
He's not going to wear that.
No, he'll bite it.
Mm-hmm.
David puts on his jacket, his winter coat, and he's
Frito.
biting it and carrying them.
You ever watch the golf? Frito. I know it was you.
Bite his ear.
Well,
Scott's planning a visit to Houston
Are you really?
or to Spring Klein.
What?
So
we'll see. But I
keeps
will.
He keeps dropping hints.
I'll tune into your sale. I'll try to watch your sale Wednesday night. And then I have a sale the following Monday night. And then the Thursday night after that, it's a live chit chat with me and Vintage Vinny. And then that Friday night, we have a live sale, Vintage Vinny, because we're going to do some shopping together.
Highlight PLK's question right here, because this is a very common question we get. Do you just take PayPal or do you take Visa, MasterCard too? You do not have to be signed up with PayPal. We invoice you through PayPal and you can pay as a guest in whatever manner you need to pay with, whatever card. If we have to run your card with the old little slide thing at our house, we can do that.
Yeah.
No, you can pay. We'll invoice you as a guest. You need not have a PayPal account.
And you can check out with your master.
You can
or
check out with your
Visa.
Master, American Express, Visa.
But you'd have to tell us that, though, because if you don't tell us, we don't know. And we'll send you an invoice and you'll never get it. So you have to make sure you tell us.
So we can email you the invoice instead of just putting your email address in the PayPal.
Yeah, we have to click on this thing that says send in. What does it say, Tammy? Check out
invoice.
invoice guest.
Yes.
Something like, yeah. Okay.
So it allows us to email it to you. Oh my God.
Tam, this is so. What do your hands tell you? I think it's a blend.
That one's a blend.
But doesn't it feel great in your
Yes.
hand? I
The
love
scarf.
it.
Tammy doesn't want to wear those scarves.
Tammy's
Where,
not a
around
scarf
house?
person.
On my Wednesday sale.
I can't do a scarf. I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
Wordsmith remembers the Lost Saucer and the Far Out Space Nuts were two different shows, and they were probably only on for like 1 year. That's very
Okay.
becoming, David.
Jenny wants to see the scarves, so
There are a lot of
will-
people in New Jersey that look just like that.
Oh, New Jersey, where Ellie Smith is.
I do not. Anyway, I I ate all my pretzels. That's my last one.
There's one. There's the giant one.
I'll sell them. Do you want to get big?
Jenny wants to look at them. So
All right, look at them. Don't look at me.
here's the infinity scarf. These are just beautiful. They may not have
Ew.
vintage or a label on them. They're just pretty. I look at scarves like I look at ties or pocket squares. They just catch my eye, and if I wore them, I would wear them. That's the large one. Here's the little skinny one.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Nice floral print.
Oh, okay, Mary. I did forget, but I'll try to remember to tell you.
And then this one reminded me of a Monet painting, and that's why it caught my eye.
But Mary, I forget what it was supposed to be that I was supposed to tell you. You have to tell me. And that's the Gauguin.
So there's the four. The four scarves.
But what was it, Mary? What were we talking about? Jenny says she'll take them. Jenny,
Okay. Well, thank you, Jenny Mac. Those are yours.
Yay.
You get all four for $24. All 4 scarves for 24. Jenny Mac, you'll love the scarves. They're lovely scarves. They're my favorite scarves.
Oh, I know. I've got something for everybody to argue over.
Do you need to go big?
No, I want you to. I want to see your face when I show it. I can't remember, Mary, what it was I was supposed to tell you. It was something funny, but it probably wasn't funny. But the other day, I was in my car and I bought an EAPG combo, and I haven't had a chance to look it up. And it's so funny. I just love how people like latch on to little things. So everybody wants to think what that is. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera, and everybody in the chat can say, "Oh, that is," and you can say what you think it is. You see that thing on the top, David? On the top, this is the lid. This is the EAPG compote lid.
Go big. I want to see the detail.
All right.
Please. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry.
You yelled at me, and I'm very sensitive. So take a look at that thing on the top. And
Scott's been doing push-ups. Look at those pecs.
Yeah, man. And everybody can decide.
Oh, that's an artichoke.
Yeah, but well, I'm not going to say anything. Remember, we're talking about glass that's from the 1890s, 1880s. Look at the leaf that's on the inside of the lid.
Cool.
See it? Now, there will be a pattern name for this, but I have not. So we get artichoke, pine cone, hops, acorn. Those are the 4. I think those are the 4 people think. Artichoke, pine cone. So everybody sees something differently. I guess it's like, when there's an accident and they go out and they interview everybody. He was in a green shirt. It was a red shirt. It was a blue shirt. We see things differently. So I haven't looked it up yet. What do you think it is, David? You think it's artichoke? What do you think?
I believe wordsmith.
Well, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well. Teach them well.
Let them show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride and make it easier.
So the rest of it is out here, but I don't want to sell it yet because I haven't looked it up. Anyway, that's enough. But I don't know what my story was. It's getting late. It's getting late, but I don't.
Pops.
Share us.
Share what?
Put us both back on.
Put what back on?
This ends Thursday. I still have plenty of vintage Valentine cards. You didn't have to show us all.
Why?
Because that way I'm not on screen. But these are still on my YouTube channel, a drop sale. If you're interested in Valentine cards, there's still a few left. And join us Wednesday for Dave and I's Camda sale.
Camda sale.
I'm the
Vintage Uprising, Texas. If you're new, Scott has some new viewers. If you're new to us, please consider joining us on our channel, and I will drop a link in here again.
Okay. Yeah.
For you to save.
We'd love it if you would join.
Save that link.
Yeah.
And if you have not hit the like button under this show we're doing right now, please do so before you exit to the left and help out Scott's channel.
Yes,
Yes, man.
the annoying couple is live every Wednesday.
the annoying couple from Texas.
Oh my gosh. We if anybody doesn't know what we're laughing at, every now and then you get a nasty person and they say pejorative things. We just make jokes. I mean, you just laugh. So years ago, someone said, "Get that annoying couple off your channel," and
Yeah, it's been years, and we ain't let it go, have we?
Well, I won't let it go. David, do you have a toothache?
Yeah.
Well,
Dave needs a haircut. That's for sure.
Okay. Well, Tammy, put your face in there. We can't see you. There she is. Okay. Well, good night, you two. And I don't know.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. Thank you. When is your open house? Am I not? Are you announcing it?
We're having a housewarming February 1st.
Oh, I'm not going to come. I'm not be there. I won't be there on February. I'm sorry.
You gonna be our surprise guest?
I thought it wasn't until like next spring.
We'll warm it again for you.
It's so warm here, Scott. You can wear shorts.
I lost. Can you see in my face? I lost 5 pounds by not eating while I was sick. I'm gonna look old and haggard. Probably already do.
Yeah.
That's it for now. Hey, well then also don't forget
the spiral staircase is waiting for you.
You know how I love me a spiral staircase. Have you slipped on it yet? Is it slicky?
It's wood stairs. So.
You could slip on it if you're not careful. If you're wearing fuzzy socks.
Yeah, mine in my loft in Philly. You could slip out of it, or if you ran up it wrong. What?
What?
Oh, they want me to sit on the hearth.
You can sit on the hearth with Jack.
Jenny asks if everybody's invited.
Come on.
Hey, if you want to come. Yay.
They'll come.
We'll prepare the whore's divorce.
Well, I will just say I will look forward to that, and I'll say good night. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And don't forget, the second Monday of every month, and it flip-flops between the two of us. You have to subscribe to both of our channels in order to participate. In order to buy anything, you have to be a subscriber. That's how we trick you into subscribing. No, we don't trick you, because it doesn't cost anything, but you do have to be a subscriber.
Cost a thing.
It doesn't cost a thing. Okay, that's it. Toodle oodle noodles.
Jenny Mac can come, she says. Yay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all. I'll invoice tomorrow morning. Good night, one and all.
Okay, you gotta end this with a proper face when he hits the end button.